Following the departures of New Mexico State and Sam Houston, the WAC has brought in Incarnate Word to get back up to a dozen, but not before being rejected by McNeese State. McNeese was reportedly on the verge of joining the WAC, but the Southland came back at the 11th hour with a laundry list of concessions to keep McNeese. Among those concessions, Lake Charles will host 4 men's basketball, women's basketball, baseball, and softball tournaments, plus the right of first refusal once those expire, as well as 5 football media days. Additionally, the Southland will have McNeese pay no exit fee if they leave for FBS. These negotiations close the deal and perhaps save the Southland. Incarnate Word is a private Catholic school with a beautiful campus and an interesting history in San Antonio. UIW has an 8,000 enrollment, a $145 million endowment. They're ranked number 263 in U.S. News, and their $19.5 million athletic budget would rank top 5 in the WAC. Incarnate Word football started playing in 2009. They moved up to FCS in 2013. They qualified for the FCS playoffs in 2018 and 2021, winning the Southland in 2021. Their $4.9 million football budget would rank second in the WAC, and they had a rolling 3-year football attendance of about 4,000 pre-COVID. Incarnate Word basketball made 3 appearances in the Division II tournament in the 2000s. They moved up to Division I in 2013. They have a $1.4 million men's basketball budget. They have a rolling 3-year men's basketball attendance of 658 pre-COVID, and they have a 5-year KenPom of 336. With the addition of Incarnate Word, WAC football will now be up to 7 with Lamar, Stephen F. Austin, Abilene Christian, Tarleton State, Dixie State, soon to be Utah Tech, Southern Utah, and Incarnate Word. UTRGV has just announced that they will be starting football probably in 2025. Incarnate Word will become the 5th private school in the WAC, alongside Abilene Christian, Seattle, Cal Baptist, and Grand Canyon. UIW has an 8,000 enrollment, and their $145 million endowment would rank 3rd in the WAC. UIW's ranking of 263rd would be 2nd in the WAC for U.S. News ranking. This chart shows the local airport in the 2nd row, and then the nearest international airport in the 3rd row for each school. For some of them, the nearest international airport would just also be their local airport. Due to the accessibility of San Antonio's airport, UIW will be a relatively easier school to get to for those West Division schools. Incarnate Word's athletic budget of $19.5 million would rank 5th in the WAC. Cal Baptist and Grand Canyon have the highest athletic budgets, followed by Seattle and Abilene Christian. Incarnate Word's football budget of $4.9 million would rank 2nd in the WAC, behind Abilene Christian. Tarleton State and Dixie State, their football budgets will rise as they progress through their transitional years. Same goes for their athletic and men's basketball budgets. Incarnate Word's men's basketball budget is about $1.4 million, same ballpark as Southern Utah and Lamar. Grand Canyon has the highest men's basketball budget, followed by Seattle, Cal Baptist, and Stephen F. Austin. UIW has a rolling 3-year football attendance average of about 4,000 pre-COVID. Abilene Christian had the highest football attendance in that time period, followed by Stephen F. Austin and Southern Utah. UIW had a rolling 3-year men's basketball attendance average pre-COVID of 658. Grand Canyon, backed by one of the top student sections in the country, towers over the WAC in men's basketball attendance. They're followed by Stephen F. Austin, Utah Valley, Cal Baptist, and Dixie State. Here are the football stadiums of the WAC. UTRGV, I don't believe they have determined their stadium yet. I'm just guessing it would be HEB Park, though Sam Stadium is also possible. Here is the Division I men's basketball history for the WAC schools. Seattle has 11 bids to the NCAA tournament. They're all ancient, though, as they were national runner-up in 1958 behind Elgin Baylor. Lamar has 6 NCAA tournament appearances, including a Sweet 16 in 1980, sandwiched by wins in 79, 81, and 83. Stephen F. Austin has made 5 appearances. They won games in 2014 and 2016 and came within a hair of the Sweet 16. Abilene Christian has made a couple appearances, including their historic win over Texas this past March Madness at Lucas Oil Stadium. Regretfully, I was at Lucas Oil Stadium about to watch that and decided to leave to Hinkle Fieldhouse to watch a BYU-UCLA blowout. Grand Canyon also just made their first NCAA tournament appearance under Bryce Drew, and Southern Utah has made one trip as well. The other columns are their 3-year rolling attendance average and their 5-year KenPom.